Too smooth that mud talking to have your ass in a wreck. You signing your check. Pussy better do what he says. We shutting down shows. Ain't gotta put no price on your head. Man, I'm coming for your tongue for all that shit that you said.
Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What it is, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Double up time. Double up is what it is. I felt that for no other reason, I should construct this video, this content right here, to tell a little story, to profile a removal and basically a fight I got into in the county jail. Now, trip out. I've talked about in previous stories, Merced County Jail, and I've talked about Sandy Mush. And sabes que? The wind fucking blows in Sandy Mush, right? Sandy Mush is basically our branch. It's our farm. It's our road camp, and we wiggle over there. Now, about the year, let me see when the wind's blowing. 1996, I had just got out of the California Youth Authority, right? And I found myself caught up. I found myself caught up on a gun charge, and I was sitting down in the Merced County Jail, and they transferred me from the Merced County Jail out to Sandy Mush. I think I sat in the county jail a day or two. They were like, Sasuke, boom, boom, do a pushing. And I moved out there to Sandy Mush. Now, I remember getting to 500 block. And 500 block was basically vatos that were waiting, pending court, waiting to be transferred, waiting to be, basically waiting to be established wherever they were going, waiting to be fucking set time. But I'm posted up right there. I'm posted up, and it's all good, man. The homeboy local man, Johnny Rivera, he's in there. It seemed like every time I went to Sandy Mush, the homeboy local man was in there. The vato stayed in Sandy Mush. That was probably his permanent residence. He probably got his mail at Sandy Mush. But anyways, I'm posted up there, and I'm a youngster. I'm 18, 19 years old. I just got out. In fact, I was 18, and I'm with the functions. You know, I'm with the activities. I'm ready to do whatever I got to do to make it happen. And I'm posted up chilling with some of the homeboys. There's probably about 10 of us in this building. And there's a guy there, right? And the guy there looks suspicious to me. He looks highly suspicious. He looks like he's trying to fly under the radar. He looks like an undercover sureño. Now you say to yourself, but what does an undercover sureño look like? I can't call it like an alcoholic, but back then I thought I could, right? This vato looks like a vato that's trying to stay out the, out the way, out the mix, but at the same time keep his pants creased up. So Sasuke, he's got my full attention. Now, I've always been the baboso. I've always been the one to want to voice my opinion and to make it happen. So I see this vato doing this thing, and at the same time, I feel like I should approach him. You know, at this time, this moment in time in life, I was really striving. I was really active. I was really with the business. So I really decided that from that moment on, any Southerners or anyone that posed a threat that I came into contact with, I would get off with quick. That's just because I still held some animosity from CYA. So I lost a few, and I was trying to get mines back, right? So this guy's right there posted up, and I remember getting at him. I pulled him to the side, and it's funny that I'm telling this story. I'm profiling this removal because at the same time, it's not a removal, but it's a removal from the pod. I basically made this vato roll it up. So I get at him. I'm like, hey, bro, where you from? And he's like, I don't bang. You know what I mean? I'm not from anywhere. He didn't say me no bang, or he wasn't with that scary shit. He was just like, I don't bang, bro. I've never been into the gang stuff. And I was like, well, the wind is blowing over here, and your pants are a little creased up and too baby cuffed for my fucking likings. What's happening? What's good with it, right? And he was like, Charlie, homie, hey, I see you guys doing your thing. I'm just here doing my time. I said, well, so where are you from? He said, I'm from LA. Excuse me, right? What are you doing here? How were you able to bypass classification, bypass the placas, bypass the judge, bypass the jury, bypass the fucking piruja in the corner, and finally make it into Sandy Mush to be on the 500 pod with a whole bunch of active norteños? Now, at this time, we weren't calling ourselves active, but we were with the functions. So I said, well, how does that work, bro? And this vato got a little brave. He said, it works, right? And I said, no, I don't. That shit don't work here, right? Now, of course, nowadays, I got a totally different aspect on it. I got a totally different way of thinking. I would have never approached him in that manner. So I don't give a fuck where anyone's from. It's all respect and all love. I don't care if you're from Timbuktu, you know what I mean? Trying to do your thing. If you ride in on the camel, as long as you like birria and I got extra, sit down and have a taco. That's it. But as soon as he said LA, my motherfucking horns went up, right? And my antennas started to flap. And I was like a cucaracha on the wall, right? I was like, what's happening, bro? You know what I mean? Hey, you can't be in this pod. And he was like, hey, I'm going to go wherever the placas put me. This vato have balls. I can say that, right? At the moment. So I decided that for no other reason, I should take flight. I'm not going to let the homeboys know. I'm not going to tell anyone I'm going to take flight. I'm not going to do anything. But of course, I'm like a rooster, homie. You know what I mean? I cock up on him like, what's happening, bro? Right? And I'm like, hey, bro, You can't be here, bro. You need to roll your shit up and get on down the road. Now, for those of you that don't know, that have never been incarcerated, to roll someone up is not very easy. Sometimes people ain't going to go out like that, because once you roll it up from one pod, once you basically check in and you roll it up, that's the end of your career. That's the end of your lifestyle. That's the end of you having any respect while incarcerated. So the Vato didn't seem to want to go out like that. He knew ultimately in the end it was going to get ugly for him and he was going to have to go. But at this point in time, the Vato was like, Charlie Holmes. I said, what'd you say? He said, Charlie. I said, with a capital C, right? You 55 me? Homie, you about to get niftied up right here. And so I jumped up and I hit him with a 2-piece extra crispy. Saz, like Masvidal, right? Tiger! I caught him with the tiger. The Vato flew back. Upon him flying back, everyone in this dorm, we were like in a 28-man pod dorm, everyone starts looking. Now, to give you the rundown, I would say the makeup of this dorm is there's bunks on one side and bunks on the other. The middle is open. There's a TV at the end of this semi-day room, and there's a few plastic tables. You know the plastic tables with the plastic chairs? This is what they had going on. So the tables can move, motherfuckers can groove. They would move the tables out of the way when the tier tenders mopped, so on and so forth, whatever it may be. But anyways, so this Vato goes flying, Tiger, right, in slow motion, and I'm on him. I'm on him like a motherfucking pit bull on a fucking London broil. I'm giving him the business. Now, you got to understand, back then, I was young and I was a little active, right? So I was handling my business like a pit, and he's hitting me with the offense, defense. He threw a tiger kick, and he's just trying to do what he can do. You know what I mean? It looked like the Vato was fucking hitting the bag, but he was going like this, you know, with his face like right here. And I'm on him. I'm piecing him. Bang, 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 bang. And the homeboys are like, what's cracking in there, right? I'm like, so I was scared. I don't play that shit, right? I'm like, I got this. So anyways, I hit him with a few more extra Crispies and some side order of sucker sauces, and this Vato decides to tap out. What the fuck? He's like, Charlie, man, I'm good, bro. I don't bang. I told you I don't bang. I said, well, I'm going to bang your fucking head against the door, and we're going to see if that bangs. So I proceed to bang his head against the door a few times, and he takes off running to the front of the building. Okay, now let me tell you, in the front of the buildings, there were several windows and a big, of course, metal door. We're all locked in this door. The placas only walk around the yarda, or they come in twice a day for count time. Once in the morning and once in the evening. This was back in 96, so we had open door movement. So when they would open the doors, we would all line up and jam the chow. You know, that's just the way it was back in the days. Now Sandy Much is made up very different. It's highly active. Others are doing burpees and push-ups on my, you know, I mean, they're active and they function. But back then, it wasn't nothing like that. So the Vato's posted up like a thumbtack, feeling himself, or filling that window against his fucking head, and I'm saucing him. Sauce, menudo, sauce, right? And I'm not saying trying to hear boast and brag and put spotlight on being cool. And wasn't nothing good about it, but this is just a fact. This is a true story, right? The homeboy reminded me on my live. So I'm Bangladeshi this fucking shit, right? And new word of the day, so I'm banging his head against the wall, and I'm like, push the button. Now there's a button in there. And this button you're only supposed to use for emergencies. And if you touch that button, the placas flip out, they come in, they apprehend you and snatch your whole shit up, right? They'll take your property, they'll beat you up, they'll spit on you, they'll do bad things to you. This is how it was back in the days. You don't press that button unless you're having a heart attack. Yeah, and the tuna tacos fucked you up and you got chorro. You don't press that button, right? But I'm like, press that button. Now, everybody knows that when you tell someone to press that button and they pressed it, that basically means they're rolling it up. They tell the placas through a little speaker, hey, I can't be here. I'm falling. I can't get up, right? Or Vato's head's and fucking foot's on my neck and I really can't get up. So I'm like, hey, push the fucking button, homie, and get up on out of here. Now, he's fighting the feeling. He's like this. I'm trying to push his finger into the button. He's like this. And so I'm like, are you going to push the button or what? Push the fucking button. You remember when your mom used to whip your ass with the fucking, with the chancla? Put your hands down. Put your hands down, right? So I'm like, put your hands down, bro, and push that button. Eventually, he gives up the ghost, and all the homeboys are watching. They're like, dude, damn, Gun's putting beaters on him, right? What, dick beaters? I can't call it like an alcoholic, but he's putting beaters on him. And I'm putting egg beaters on him, right? I'm making a cake. Now, Trip, his head's looking like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I'm ready to Ghostbuster his ass. And he starts acting like Slimer and getting all wiggly. Anyways, he ends up pushing this button. And he's yelling as loud as he can, please help me. Help me. I got to get out of here. He's beating me up. Now I'm really mad because the motherfucker's telling on me. And now I know I'm going to the oil. I thought, right? So now I'm really on his shit. Sas, get over here. I Khabib Nurmagomedov shit. I'm choking him out. This Vato's trying to press the button. Now I'm holding his finger back. No, bitch, don't push the button, right? I want to get my issue. Well, unbeknownst to me, But everyone else told me later on throughout that institution or whoever was there, it's a funny story. It's a legendary story in Merced. It's a very well-known story. Was when the placas hit the PA system, I guess it was a new rookie. Usually they would hit your button to your pod and they would say, hey, what do you want? This better be important, you know? Hey, Sasuke, I gotta go. Well, you know what? I gotta go home too. Sasuke, I ain't doing overtime. Fuck you, right? And they'll let you get your ass whooped. But at this point in time, this rookie is all concerned and nervous and he presses the wrong button. It's the PA system for the institution and it connects to every building on the block. And you can hear this guy screaming, please help me. He's beating me up. I can't take it. I've fallen. I can't get up, right? He's in trouble. He's in trouble. And you can hear me saying, don't push the fucking button, right? And I remember, so what happens is eventually, meanwhile, while he's doing this, the homeboys are all in his cantina taking whatever he has. And he gets the fuck on. Now, the moral to the story was, it wasn't necessarily a good call, okay? I removed him. I rolled him up out of the block because I was gangbanging. Because I was into my gang hype. Because I thought I was someone I wasn't, right? Or I really was, but at the same time, man, I mean, what does it make me look like? A baboso now, right? So I thought I was big, bad, Billy Badass. And at the end of the day, what happens is the Vato, you know, he got gone. Now, I don't think he ever was a gang member, or he could have been. Perhaps he could have just, like I said, been trying to fly under the radar. Whatever the case may be, that fucking day, he showed his true colors after a severe beating. He got on down the road. Didn't even land one hit. Watch out. Easy breezy, beautiful cover. You know what I mean? I'm still looking good in the hood, even after all this time. Bang, bang. But I fucking had to handle my business with this cat. And he got on down the yellow brick road like a Oompa Loompa. He smashed. He was fuck up out of there, man. He didn't want no problems. And so they come and snatch him up. The blockers open the door. They're all mad. One's got a roast beef hanging from his mouth. He was having a roast beef sound. We fucked this whole chow up. He's like, who's hurt, right? And the Vato's in the corner. I'm hurt, right? Who did it? I'm already on my bunk like this. Everybody lined up. He's checking fists. He's checking knuckles. He's like, hey, what'd you do? I'm like, what? He said, hey, was your name what? I said, what did you do? I said, you know what show that is? He was like, what? I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question too. That's Andy Griffith. Exactly. Hey, orale, I'm watching it. I'm over here, right? He's like, what the fuck? What just happened? Anyways, they end up snatching this kid out, this cat. Boom, they throw him out. They're not trying to hear it. He's like, he was like begging my head into the wall like the witch. And at the same time, he was telling me, but then he was telling me to push the button. And they were like, we know, Bob, so everyone can hear you. So as they're walking him, we throw his mattress out. The homeboy's local man's like, hey, Sasuke, watch out. Don't forget his shit. Throws his mattress out the door. This Vato has his mattress like a baboso all rolled up and everyone's banging on their fucking windows and screaming, yeah, got him. And the next day, of course, nothing happens to me, man. They didn't even give me a write-up, nothing like that. This was back in the prehistoric gladiator days when motherfuckers would just get beat up, rolled up, and the placas just mad because they have to do paperwork. They get him up out of there. And of course, the next day I go to chow and orale, I feel like King Salami when he gets off the fucking truck. Orale, King Salami, everyone's like, damn, what'd you do, bro? Why you doing like that? I just started, you know what I mean? It'd be like that sometimes. I was flexing up like the guy on Negro, right? Like I was somebody I wasn't. Hey, you hear how I did that shit, bro? So, you know what it is, man. With that business, I'm with the activities, right? Anyways, the Vato was gone, and quietly as it's kept, it was a baboso move on my part. It's something I regret every day. I tell the story the way I tell it for fun and games, but at the end of the day, let me explain real life to you. Real life is that it doesn't always work out that way. You know, in order to keep it totally honest and to be real, it doesn't always work out that way. I've seen plenty of instances, not by me, allegedly, but I've seen plenty of instances where Vatos try to roll somebody up, Sasuke, and they get their ass whooped. Okay? Same place, same time, next month. We're chilling. There's this güero, this white boy who's in our pod, and he's having some willings and dealings with the Africanos. Every time they go out to this yard, they're fucking doing some type of betting. They got some type of shit going on. I wasn't really in their business because Sasuke, I didn't fuck with those individuals like that. But like I said, this was 1996. This was pre-structured. This was everybody was fucking apart. Everybody used to just wiggle and talk to each other. So anyways, this big old Africano was on the next building. This white guy's on our building. And I could hear through the latrine, which is the bathroom area, the Africano's like, hey, tell Brian, get over here, right? So I'm like, hey, Brian, Mandingo wants you, right? So of course he goes over there and he's like, hey, So it's going to be like this. And everybody's ear hustling. He's like, you're either going to give me my $20 in canteen when you go to the yard tomorrow, or I'm going to give it to you long dick style, right? And the Vato's like, hey, man, I'm going to see the way my bank account works. I don't got money right now, but my old lady will send it next week. When Sancho gets there and he gets paid, he works at construction. And the Vato's not hearing that, right? So all of a sudden, we're chilling. We're like, whatever, bro. Just, hey, deal with it. We're telling him, deal with that Africano. Even the Africanos that are in the building are telling him, man, fuck that big old bully, bro. Handle your business, little white guy. It's all good, right? And we're playing dominoes and chilling. The homeboys, we're chilling. And our pod's hot already because I done rolled someone up. Vato's getting stuck, beat up on the daily over on our building. And we just got a hot-ass pod, right? Because we were active and we're fine shit, right? So we're posted up chilling, and we could hear boom, boom, boom. And it sounded like, dum, 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 dum. Sound like Jaws was trying to come. And sure enough, Jaws did. A big old jawed fucking Africano came through the fucking wall. This Vato tore through the wall and came over and beat the living dog shit out of this güerito. Pobrecito, the little guy. He got smacked on and smashed worse than the dude from Los did, right? It was an ugly situation. Now, at the same time, I did see one time where these two paisas got into it. Ooh, one was from Sinaloa. The other one was from fucking, who was he from? Monterrey. And I'm going to tell you right now, Monterrey, stand up, respects. This Vato was fucking swinging him like a pendulum at his head. Sas, pas, sas, pa, dum, lum, peri, show. Right? He was getting his issue on. Like I said, and the other one was the one that was trying to roll him up out of there. He was like, I ain't going nowheres, Holmes. Sas, motherfucker, we're going to have pozole tonight. Fuck, menudo. Ain't that right, gun? Charlie, menudo. We'll deal with you next. Sas. Anyways, quietly as it's kept, it's never a good look. But it happened in the Merced County Jail back in the days in Sandy Mush. And I kind of just wanted to profile some of the incidences that happened. Especially mine, Kosowski, this Vato. I'm telling you. This motherfucker pushed the button. It's a legendary story in Merced. Everyone's heard of it. I hear it all the time. Hey, Gun, remember that day when you rolled fucking dude up and everyone heard him screaming and shit? So I was getting allegedly, you know what I mean? Don't tell. Let's get, but it's like the statute of limitations, right? Like the statute of limitations. Charlie, bro, it ain't nothing like that. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what I did back in the days is what I did back in the days. What I'm doing now, you know, the continuously strive and struggle for the gente, for the brown people is what matters. I was befuddled. I was bemused. I was unaware of what the brown people really meant to me. Now I am fully aware, and I will continue to strive as such. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that these stories amused you. Something in the late afternoon, just a little something to pop off one time, man. These are profiles. These are true stories. These are facts. These really happen. Bang, bang. Sometimes it gets ugly. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes I feel like a nut. Bang, bang. Sometimes I don't. With that being said, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. I'm going to go smack a burrito like I smacked the Vato's head against the wall. So I just get quickly, efficiently, and boom, boom, bang, bang. You know, it be like that sometimes. You already know what it is. Hit that like. If you like this, like and subscribe. If you don't, you can hit that thumbs down. Heavy as the head that wears this crown. I'm going to continue to do what I does because I does what I do. Real talk from a real one. Man, that shit, you had to be there to see it. It was crazy. Bang, bang.